Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English to Fluency. I'm Susan, and I'm so happy you're here with us again. Thank you for choosing to learn English with us today.
Hi, Susan, and hello to all our amazing listeners. I'm Steve, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm feeling excited today because we have a fun topic to talk about.
Yes, today we're talking about travel plans. And not just any plans, we're talking about 2026 travel plans. Because guess what? We're already in 2026, and a lot of people are dreaming, planning, and booking trips for this year.
Absolutely. And I think travel is a perfect topic for English learners. You can learn so many useful words, book a flight, buy a ticket, pack a suitcase, go through the airport, check in, take a train, stay in a hotel, explore a city, all those beautiful travel verbs.
And travel stories are always interesting. People love talking about where they want to go, what they want to see, and why they want to go there. Even if they don't actually travel, talking about it is exciting.
So, Susan, I have to ask, do you have any travel plans for 2026?
I do. Or at least I have a travel dream for this year. I'm not sure if it will happen, but the dream is strong.
Ooh, that sounds mysterious. Tell us more. Where do you want to go?
Okay, so my 2026 travel dream is Japan.
Ooh, Japan. I love that. Why Japan?
Well, first of all, I love Japanese food. Sushi, ramen, matcha, okonomiyaki. I love everything. And I also love the culture. Japan feels calm and modern at the same time, and I really want to see cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms. Yes, that must be beautiful and very romantic.
Yes, they bloom in spring, usually around March or April. And every year I say, one day I will go during cherry blossom season. And I'm hoping 2026 is the year.
I support this dream completely. You have to go. If you don't go, I will push you onto the airplane myself.
Thank you. I need that kind of friend. But travel is not always easy. You have to think about money, time, work, flights, hotels.
And courage. For many people, traveling to a new country can feel scary. Different language, different food, different transportation.
Exactly. Travel takes a little courage, but that's why it makes us grow.
I agree. So if you go to Japan this year, where in Japan would you go?
Mm, I think first Tokyo because it's exciting, then maybe Kyoto for temples and gardens, and then Osaka because I heard the food is amazing.
Good plan. I have a friend from Osaka, and his number one rule is if you go to Osaka, come hungry.
That is good advice. I will come very hungry. What about you, Steve? Do you have any travel plans or dreams for 2026?
Yes, I do. For me, the dream is Portugal.
Portugal. Very nice. Why Portugal?
I want sunshine, warm weather, beautiful beaches, and I want to try pastel de nata, the famous Portuguese custard tarts.
I tried those once. They are tiny but very delicious. You eat one and you think, okay, that was great. Then you eat five more.
Exactly. And I want to visit Lisbon. I've seen so many photos of the city, the yellow trams, the hills, the blue tiles on the buildings. It looks charming.
Lisbon has a soft look, like a postcard.
Yes, like a real-life postcard. And I also want to visit Porto and drink port wine near the river. Maybe sit outside in the evening, watch people walk by, and listen to music.
That sounds peaceful. Do you like slow travel or fast travel?
Slow travel for sure. When I was younger, I traveled fast. I wanted to see 10 places in 5 days. Now I want to sit on a bench, drink coffee for an hour, and look at the sky.
That is such a mature travel style, but I understand. When you travel slowly, you feel the place. You notice small things. For example, how people talk, how they dress, how they order food, how they cross the street.
Yes, those little details tell you more than museums sometimes.
I agree, but I want to ask another question. When do you want to travel to Portugal? Spring, summer, or winter?
Definitely spring or early summer. I don't want extremely hot weather. And I heard Portugal in the spring is beautiful, warm but not too hot, and fewer tourists.
Fewer tourists are always a plus. Traveling in July or August can feel like a competition. Long lines, crowded trains, no seats, expensive hotels, many people everywhere.
Exactly. I prefer peaceful travel, but also I like planning travel. I enjoy the research, reading about cities, watching videos, looking at maps.
Me too. Planning a trip makes the brain happy. You imagine yourself walking in the streets of another place.
Travel is like time travel. You're here now, but your mind is in the future, in another country.
That's poetic, Steve. Travel is time travel. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's give our listeners a question. Do you have travel plans this year? If yes, where do you want to go? If not, where do you dream about going one day?
And remember, planning counts as travel too. Even if you don't take a plane, your brain takes a trip.
Okay, Steve, let's talk about why travel is a popular topic in January.
Yes, January is planning season. People open their calendars, think about holidays, check flight prices. New year, new goals, new excitement.
Also, January can feel cold and gray in many countries, so people imagine sunshine in Italy, or beaches in Thailand, or mountains in Switzerland.
Exactly. When it's cold outside, our brains go to warm places.
But some people like cold travel too. For example, winter travel to Canada or Iceland, northern lights, hot chocolate, snowy landscapes.
True. Do you like hot or cold travel?
Hot travel, sun, sea, and ice cream. What about you?
Depends. If I want adventure, I choose cold. If I want rest, I choose warm.
Good answer. Temperature travel strategy.
Yes, and I noticed something interesting. When people talk about travel plans, they don't just talk about places, they talk about feelings.
That is so true. Travel is not only about geography, it is emotion. Some people want peace, some want excitement, some want romance, some want escape.
For example, when you said Japan, I heard curiosity and admiration. When I said Portugal, I felt longing and relaxation.
Travel is a mirror. It shows what we want in our lives.
Wow, now you're the poetic one.
Sorry, but it's true. Travel plans show our hopes.
Let's talk about 2026 specifically. Do you think 2026 is a travel year?
I think so. People want to travel more after years of staying home, saving money, and thinking about big decisions. 2026 feels fresh. It feels like an open road.
Yes, I feel that too. People want to explore again, meet new cultures, try new food, take photos, learn new languages.
Travel is also a great way to practice English. Even if you're not traveling to an English-speaking country, English helps in airports, hotels, restaurants, and taxis.
Exactly. English is the travel language of the world.
So here's another question for our listeners. Would you like to travel to an English-speaking country one day? Maybe the USA, the UK, Australia, Canada, Ireland, or New Zealand?
Or even places where English is widely used for tourists. Singapore, Malta, the Philippines, so many options.
Travel grows the mind. But you know what also grows the mind?
What?
Planning travel. For example, searching best time to visit Japan or how to get from Lisbon airport to city center teaches vocabulary immediately.
Yes, searching is learning, and travel websites are full of useful verbs like book, check, reserve, compare, cancel, confirm.
And nouns like ticket, flight, passport, suitcase, hostel, tour, reservation, itinerary.
Can we talk about travel personalities? Because I think every traveler has a personality.
Yes. For example, there's the planner, the spontaneous traveler, the budget traveler, the luxury traveler.
Okay, which one are you, Susan?
I am the planner. I love making lists, and I love learning about the place before I go.
I knew it. And I am the wanderer. I like walking with no plan. I follow my feet.
That is true. If we traveled together, I would say, Steve, we must see the museum at 3 p.m. And you would say, maybe, but also look at this nice street cafe.
That cafe will teach you more about the culture than the museum sometimes.
Maybe we should test this theory one day.
Maybe we should.
Speaking of travel personalities, some people love airports. Some people hate them. How about you?
I love airports. I love watching people. Everyone has a story. Some are going home, some are leaving home, some are going on holiday, some are traveling for work. It's a mix of emotions.
I agree. I like airports when I'm not late. If I'm late, I hate airports.
Fair enough. Do you have any airport habits?
Yes, I always arrive early, and I always buy a bottle of water after security. It is like a ritual.
I always buy coffee, and sometimes a snack I don't need.
Travel food is part of the experience.
So is packing. How do you pack?
I pack too much, always. I think, maybe I will need this dress, and I pack it. Then I never wear it.
Classic. I pack too little. I always forget socks.
Travel shows who we are.
Yes, it really does.
Okay, here's another fun question. If money and time were no problem, where would you travel in 2026?
Oh, that is a big question. Let me think. If money and time were not a problem in 2026, I think I would travel for 3 months around Southeast Asia. Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, maybe the Philippines. I want to try all the food, see the nature, and talk to people.
3 months. That is not a trip. That is a journey.
Yes, and I would travel very slowly, maybe 2 weeks in each place. I would go to small cities, not only the famous ones, and I would take local transportation, buses, trains, small boats.
That sounds dreamy and also a little chaotic.
Yes, but chaos is part of adventure. What about you, if money and time were not a problem?
I think I would do something different. I would choose a train trip, a long one, maybe across Europe or across Canada, or maybe even the Trans-Siberian Railway from Moscow to Vladivostok.
Wow, that is serious travel. Why a train?
I love trains. You can sit by the window and watch the world change slowly, from cities to fields to mountains to rivers to tiny villages. On a train, you feel the distance. You feel how big the world is.
I like that. On a plane, everything is fast. One moment you are in London, the next moment you are in Rome. You skip the in-between.
Exactly. But the in-between is beautiful. On a train, the journey becomes part of the story.
That's true. Also, trains are relaxing. No security lines, no turbulence, no sudden seatbelt signs.
You can walk, stretch, read, talk, drink tea, eat snacks.
I am now officially pro-train.
Great! We will print another t-shirt. Trains are life.
I would buy that shirt.
Now, let's talk about planning versus dreaming, because sometimes we dream about travel, and sometimes we actually plan it.
Yes, dreaming is free, planning costs time and money.
Exactly. But both are useful. Dreams show what we want. Plans show what we can do.
Do you already have dates for Japan for your cherry blossom dream?
Not yet. I think I need to check typical blossom dates, but usually April is a good time. Also, I need to check flight prices. January is a good month for looking at prices.
Do you like buying tickets early or late?
Early.
I feel safer. If I buy early, I feel like the trip is real. What about you?
Late. I take risks. Sometimes I find good deals, sometimes I find nothing.
That sounds stressful.
Maybe, but I enjoy the surprise. Travel is adventure, remember?
Fair enough. Let's talk about why people travel, because everyone has a different reason.
Yes, some people travel for relaxation, some for culture, some for food, some for shopping, some for nature, some for history.
And some people travel for family, to visit relatives they don't see often. That can be emotional travel.
True. My friend goes to Brazil every year to visit his grandmother. He always says, it's not a holiday, it's love.
That made me smile. Travel is love. Another t-shirt.
We are building a fashion brand today.
But it's true. Travel connects people, and sometimes it connects us to ourselves. When we travel, we learn who we are when everything around us is new.
That's a big point. When you are home, you know the rules. You know where to buy coffee, how to take the bus, how to talk to people. But when you travel, you have to adapt. You have to ask questions, learn new systems, and be patient.
And that makes the brain grow. Travel makes you flexible. It teaches problem solving.
Also, travel teaches humility. You realize your way is not the only way. Other people live differently, and their way works too.
Yes, travel makes us better humans, more understanding, more open.
Okay, Susan, here's a practical question. What is the first thing you do after arriving in a new city?
Easy. I check the map. I like to understand where I am. North, south, river, main street, station.
Of course, the planner.
Yes. And you?
I find food. I want to eat something local, something from that place. It makes me feel like I'm really there.
That's a great habit. Food is geography for the stomach.
Exactly.
Okay, new question. What do you always pack in your suitcase?
Comfortable shoes, very important. If your feet hurt, travel becomes sad.
Yes, travel requires walking, sometimes many kilometers per day.
And you? What do you pack?
A notebook. I like to write down what I see, what I learn, what I feel. It becomes a memory book.
I like that. In 20 years, you can read it and remember the smell of a street or the color of a sunset.
Yes, memories fade, but writing keeps them alive.
Okay, let's talk about travel English, because many of our listeners want to speak English when they travel.
Yes, and the good thing is, you don't need perfect English. You just need useful English.
For example, simple questions are powerful.
Like, where is the station? Or, how much is this? Or, what time does it open? Or, do you have a table for two?
Or, excuse me, can I ask something? Very useful in airports.
And useful travel phrases, one ticket please. I have a reservation. I would like to check in. Can you recommend a restaurant?
These short sentences make travel easier, and they are not difficult.
Also, learning polite phrases helps. Please, thank you, sorry, excuse me, and no problem go a long way.
Travel English is survival English. Clear, simple, polite.
Exactly. And body language helps too. Pointing, smiling, showing numbers with your fingers.
Yes, smiling is international.
Okay, let's go back to dreams. What is one country you want to visit one day, but maybe not in 2026?
India. I want to see the colors, the temples, the food, the markets, the deserts, the mountains. India seems like another universe.
It does, and very diverse. North and south look different, city and countryside look different.
Yes, and the food is intense. Spices, flavors, heat.
I love Indian food, but I think in India it would be another level. What about you? A country not for 2026, but for the future?
New Zealand. I want to see green hills, lakes, and mountains, and I want to see sheep everywhere.
New Zealand has more sheep than people, right?
Yes, I heard that. And I want to see the glowworm caves. They look like stars inside the earth.
Wow, that sounds magical.
One day.
One day.
Travel dreams take time, but that's okay. Not everything must happen immediately.
And some travel happens close to home. Many people think travel means flying far away, but sometimes travel is 1 hour away in a small town you never visited.
Yes, local travel is underrated. There are beautiful places near us that we ignore.
I once took a train 40 minutes from my house and I discovered a village with old houses and a quiet river. I walked slowly, took photos, and ate lunch by the water. I felt like I traveled to another world.
That's wonderful. Travel is a feeling, not a distance.
Exactly. And travel doesn't have to be expensive.
Yes, budget travel can be fun. Hostels, street food, public transport, it feels more real.
And you meet interesting people in hostels, travelers from everywhere.
Travelers love to share stories. Where are you from? Where are you going? What did you see? It's like a ritual.
I think travel makes people friendly. When you're away from home, you need help and you give help.
Yes, we become kinder when we travel.
Okay, Steve, let's do a mini travel story exercise for our listeners. Let's each tell a short travel memory from our past, something simple.
Good idea. I will go first. Many years ago, I traveled to Italy. I was in a small town near Florence. One morning, I walked into a cafe. I didn't know Italian, but I wanted coffee. The waiter asked, "Espresso or cappuccino?" I didn't understand. He saw my confusion and smiled. He pointed to 2 cups, a small one and a big one. I pointed to the big one. He nodded and said, "Cappuccino." I sat outside, drank it slowly, and watched old men play cards at another table. I understood nothing they said, but I felt peaceful. That is my story.
I love that. Very visual. I could see the scene in my mind. Okay, my turn. Many years ago, I went to South Korea. I was walking in Seoul near a market. It was crowded and loud. People were selling food, clothes, toys, everything. I tried a snack I never saw before. It was hot and sweet. It melted in my mouth. I didn't know the name, so I asked a girl, "What is this?" She smiled and said the name very slowly so I could repeat it. I felt proud because I said it correctly. Then she laughed and said, "Good Korean." Small moment, big memory.
Beautiful. Travel memories are like souvenirs for the heart.
Yes, and speaking of souvenirs, do you buy souvenirs when you travel?
Sometimes, but I try not to buy too much. I prefer memories and photos.
Same. I like small and useful souvenirs. For example, a spoon from a country, or a magnet, or tea.
Tea is a good souvenir. It travels easily.
And it tastes like the place when you drink it at home.
Yes, travel continues after you return.
Okay, before we finish, let's do a small vocabulary review for our listeners, just the useful travel words we used today.
Great idea. I'll say the word and you say the meaning.
Deal. Let's go.
Book,
To reserve something like a ticket or hotel.
flight,
Travel by airplane.
suitcase,
A big bag for traveling.
reservation,
A booking you made for a hotel, restaurant, etc.
check-in,
To register at a hotel or airport.
station,
Please for trains or buses.
ticket,
Paper or digital permission to travel.
itinerary,
Travel plan or schedule.
passport,
Document for international travel.
explore,
To discover or visit a place.
souvenir.
Something you buy to remember a place.
That was great, simple and useful.
Yes, and now we have our final question of the day, and we really want to hear your answers in the comments.
Yes, here comes the call to action.
Our question is, do you have any travel plans for 2026? Where do you want to go and why? Or if you don't have plans, tell us, where do you dream of traveling one day?
Write your answer in the comments. Use simple English. We love reading your stories.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please like this video, subscribe to English to Fluency, and share it with someone who is also learning English.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you for spending time with us today and practicing your English.
Keep dreaming, keep learning, and keep speaking. And if you travel in 2026, even just to a small town near your house, enjoy every moment.
See you next time on English to Fluency.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.